All right, guys, it's time to get into it. The second week of Division B before we head off to CWL Anaheim. I, of course, am your host, Katie Bedford, joined by Nameless Study and Pac-Man here on our desk. Now, last week was full of surprises, and again, these teams have one more week. They have a few days left to cement where their positions are going to be when we go into Anaheim. So, of course, everyone is scrambling. We've talked a lot about it. You can see those standings. Everyone wants to be in that top four, and you look at Heretics, Splice, Envy, and even Elevate kind of really creeping up in similar win-loss counts.
Elevate going 3-0 last week was unbelievable.
Right.
You had players like Brezzy, Sky stepping up to the plate and just putting on an absolute show. Series last week that defined them for me as a team was the series versus Splice. Them going down 0-2 in that series, and in the way that they were able to bring it back-to-back frequencies, and then going into that last S&D, it was just a beautiful, composure team. What it showed out of them was just unbelievable on the side of Elevate.
Yeah, and they went down 4 on that last map too, and still bounced back and were able to win it. And they desperately needed to go 3-0 because now they're in contention for a top 4 spot.
Right.
You have Heretics, Splice, and Envy who can't really seem to get too many wins right now, and you're on the upswing. So they're in a very good spot right now to sneak their way up there.
Well, and that's kind of going to be the most interesting part, and we'll bring up our schedule in a second, but we do, of course, have Elevate versus Heretics as our first series of the day. And I kind of want to focus on Elevate first, Pac-Man. And when you see kind of a new team or a new roster emerge and come in, for you as an analyst, how long does it take you to kind of form your opinion on how good they can be, especially when you see an Elevate surprises us, but maybe not enough information yet? Or
well, they surprised us last week, but I still don't know enough about them. They didn't play the toughest competition last week. Yeah, they had a huge win against Splice, but it was a broken down Splice, right? So now that we have another week to go, I think this is a huge week for them, and this is a huge match for them. So a lot of times a team with a lot of emotion behind them like Elevate, you do get those highs, but with those highs also comes those crazy lows. So if they lose this match, this whole week could spiral downward for this team.
Well, their week this week, they have, what, 100 Thieves, they have Envy, they have United, and they have Heretics.
Yeah.
And right now, so like, this is probably their easiest match this week. So you got to think, if they want to get top 4, it starts here. They have to win, and Sky's going to have to be a big part of it. He's been going off, right? Like, we saw him have some crazy maps at the last tournament. We didn't know if he was going to be able to consistently do it here in Pro League, and he's been doing just that. Been a big reason why this team has been cruising.
And so for Elevate, obviously, we're going to see if they can keep up that momentum, if they can keep up their flawless record, because, of course, if they do take down Heretics, then no matter what happens this week, they'll at least go 4-3 overall. But to that point, on the side of Heretics, how pivotal, and do you think this week is for them, kind of for the rest of the season?
I mean, it's huge for the rest of the season, right? Like, they've had that last week where they were going through some role swaps and stuff, right? And they looked a little bit better in some of the later matches versus C6 and stuff like that. So, you know, now that they've sort of ironed out those issues and they've had the weekend to kind of learn, you know, what goes wrong, and they've been able to watch that film, they have to apply it this week, right? Like, they have to hit that form that they hit in the brackets at tournaments. They haven't been able to do it, you know, thus far. So we'll see if they're able to do it here this week, but this is going to be a huge week for them. Method Sick in particular needs to step it up for this team. He needs to become at least consistently average. He can't keep having those bad games.
This week for this team is super important too, just simply based on confidence. We know that they really don't have a lot of possible moves to make. Like, if they want to do a roster change, they don't know who to go for. So going forward, going into Anaheim, this is their last chance to prove to themselves that they can win. Like, they have no one. They have no one to go for. There's like a couple players that they talked about, but they can't replace people on this team. There's nowhere for them to go.
Even just talking to other players and stuff, and they watch Heretics, they're confused as to why they keep swapping, right? Like, Method Sick needs to just run an ICR, and he needs to stay there and run that for this team. I think it's the least impactful role, so I think he'd be fine there.
Their team has been better though with him running a SOC.
I think if you're going to keep flip-flopping back and forth, I think that's what you do for this team. But either way, you just commit to one thing, and you do it no matter what. You have those lows, and then at some point, you'll figure it out. And that's what I think this team needs to do. If they're going to keep changing, just commit to one.
Now, Study, then, still focusing on Heretics, do you think kind of what we've talked about, we heard last week in an interview that maybe there's some bad vibes on top of the role changes and everything else. Do you think Heretics is their own worst enemy at this point?
Yeah. Definitely, because they just keep on switching their own roles. It doesn't really make sense. They went from like one of the really aggressive hardpoint teams, even one of the best control teams in the beginning of the game, and then the S&E came around and they were able to pull that out too. They had Lucky hitting unbelievable snipes, but it's just inconsistency out of players and just role switches. They just keep on hitting that reset button, and that's just something you don't want to do. After an event, you're coming off a top six placing at London, you should want to progress that and just try to get better at what you can do to improve from a top 6 to a top 4. You shouldn't want to take steps back by switching a role just so someone else can feel comfortable.
I had that issue on my team last year, and it just led to us just exploding. But the problem for this team is, there's not really roster changes that they can really make. So you kind of just have to figure something out and commit to it, and then you'll get better. If you keep flip-flopping back and forth, you're going to get worse in both of those roles, because then players get confused, they forget their roles, and you start to play worse. So I'd like to see them commit to one thing this week.
Oh, well, we'll see if they can do that. But again, we are ready to get things started. Elevate versus Heretics. We're going to send it to Momo and Miles.
Thank you very much, Desk. Can I say the front of that desk? Very sexy indeed. We like it a lot. Miles and Momo here going to be taking you the first match of 2 tonight. Very, very excited to get into this one. Of course, the Desk have touched it somewhat. Heretics in a difficult situation. I like to call it an identity crisis, Phil. They don't quite know who's doing what, but they got to get through it.
That's why they got Legend. They got Legend looking over him, you know, maybe directing him. I do agree with both kind of sides of the desk in the fact that, you know, should he run an ICR? I think, you know, when I used to play, that was always his role. That was what he was best at. That strong AR, that dominant AR. But again, he's looked better, or the team's looked better when he's been running that SMG. So again, it's kind of two sides of a story. And again, you know, performance-wise on Elevate, Heretics, we've seen one team doing fantastic for a week and one team doing absolutely the opposite, going head-to-head. You know, this was one where on paper, you know, it's quite a difficult decision right now. A lot of people have kind of made that switch from, you know, 3-4 weeks ago where Heretics were this awesome squad, and now they're looking at this Elevate roster as maybe a team to favorite here.
Yeah, very, very exciting situation to be in if you're an Elevate fan. Heretics on somewhat of a slump, we like to call it. I mean, it's difficult, especially with Anaheim so close, just around the corner. Fist bumps are up. They're almost ready to get into our first map. But Elevate, what form they've been in this week, undefeated so far in this side of the Pro League. Our first series of the night, friends. Frequency Arsenal Seaside. As we roll into the first one, Arsenal Gridlock, if we have to go the distance. I'm very excited to get into this, my friends. Indeed.
Well, Elevate, you're touching it there. Obviously, very good week. They went to Game 5 with Splice, and of course, Game 5 with E6 coming out on top in both Game 5s. They actually beat Denial in 4, so, you know, 3 wins out of the 3 on that side, but Heretics lost in 4 to Envy. They lost in 5 to E6, and then for the final game, they got 3-1 by 100 Thieves. So we've seen some good, some bad, some kind of mediocre from both teams. But again, if you're going to look at players individually, I think, you know, Breezy and Skies for Elevate has been 2 players who's been on form. And on the flip side, Heretics, you're always looking at Journey, and as well, a little bit of lucky.
We are indeed. Journey's going to do a nice bit of an opener here as he's answered back. Whoa, Journey. Didn't stop believing for a moment there.
What did I say, Miles?
He found 4! What a way to start the night!
What a play. And of course, always a little bit of a messy one, shall we say. The start of the hard point here, but Heretics not only finding the first couple of points, they need to find this rotation as well, but it looks like Elevate challenging from behind, and all 5 players now flooding in to either side, but it is going to be Elevate who take over.
No, it's interesting. We've seen Elevate manage to win the opening battle here for the first hard point on Frequency now. At least two out of now their 3 showings here, and this was actually a tough one for them. Heretics did manage to get the drop from maybe from that Heroics from Journey, but we are seeing that very popular play with grapple through mid-map as opposed to just hitting the back of you there. Still, we go over to the next rotation. Elevate set up for this one. We are going to see the Flood come right on through. Journey's going to take the top of Brezzy off. That was a bit sore. Not in an ideal situation. Hit those players towards the back, so the Flood through the windows is going to be the play. Mid-map presence now is being somewhat contested. Journey, can he keep the streak alive? He does manage to get 1. There's another around the corner for him. This is his 4th. No, that was the 4th in a row at 9-2. Lovely work, but it will come to an end. Elevate now desperately trying to get on the point.
Well, Sukri running the ICR right now has picked up 3 there. Journey finds his 9th kill. Bit of a slow start here for Metals and Methods. Methods just finding a double kill with the Sorg. So interesting, we kind of pointed it out on the desk. It looks like Method is running that Sorg where the team has been quote-unquote better, but of course he's been having these really, really weak maps. Currently sat at 3 and 6. So keep an eye out for that one as we see the final 15 seconds. Miles, this is where we need to see some rotation. Yeah, we need to see, you know, Heretics back off a little.
Just to stay back on Methods, he's actually been taken off of the grapple, which he was running earlier this week. Not too successful. The Slams now running the old goggles. See how I got the goggles, as Dennis likes to call it. Lucky now back on the rotate. Trying to battle these players. He can't find much. He does manage to get a kill out of that one. That's very fortunate indeed. So now we're going to continue the push through mid. Ruiz now up top window. Stun in his hand if he wants it. This is a decent push now. Heretics do have the control. Emery's going to open that up with a nice bit of hip fire. We find the teammates are there as well. Those Skies with an nade. Profizio over the top. Brilliant work from them. Heretics. Now they have to make the counter-attack. Can they get it done? Let's have a quick Astro Gaming listen in with Heretics.
Atrás no lo hicieron, métete. Vamos al siguiente. Vale, mira tu lobby, yo me voy siguiente.
Tocaba bien.
Siguiente, Wildland.
La ventana,
Muerto Next.
Dos para lobby.
Uno atrás. Uno siguiente skill, un tiro. Aguanta Ivo. Hacia atrás. Aquí al menos vente conmigo, Jorge, vente conmigo. Vale, alguien conmigo. Son dos.
Voy a hacer pincha ahora por la maleta,
Soy yo.
George. Estoy haciendo pincha por maleta.
Tiro Brechi, son dos tocados.
Tienen que meterse dentro,
Son dos.
Estoy recargando.
Muerto el del pinch. No hace nada,
Son dos, vida, los dos.
Muerto los dos. Un tiro, búscale. Salen antenas.
Salta, Juan.
Pegas tú de cara.
A 3 kills de
Todos de cara. Todo menos uno de medio. Un tiro medio.
Exterior,
Cuatro de cara.
Tengo el medio.
Medio uno.
Hago chala. Interior.
Exterior mío.
Me meto.
Exterior mío. Exterior. Sorry, Jorge, exterior un tiro, Jorge.
I tell you what, I mean, just one lesson like that, I mean, there's not all the Duolingo in the world is going to help me understand what was said in that lesson in, Phil.
Miles, I'm so hyped up. I'm ready to jump into a league play game right now after that listening. All I know is I'm excited. I'm ready. And Heretics, they're 50 points in the lead. First rotation done, dusted, wiped away. We see the TAC 5 boost coming in a little later. My goodness, thought he was sliding off the ends there. Methods with the double kill. That Sorg coming out on top for once here. And like I said, he started slow, but he's starting to heat up with it now. 7 and 12, 2-kill streak for him. Medals, the only player last alive with that TAC and trying to curl it in.
That's a good angle, man.
Oh,
no, he just hits the door. That's very unfortunate.
Slam! Finds the double.
It's the best slam we've seen a Heretics player land in the week, actually, so there we go. And I will say Heretics, so all things considered, I mean, they've got a great lead here at this point in time. They are getting outslayed quite heavily. Right now, I mean, Breezy's going a bit slow, Whaler's a bit slow as well, but Skies and Emery's are both sitting heavy positive at 17 and 10 and 13 and 7. Nobody else on Heretics is really popping off aside now from Journey. Metals is up there in the positives, but props to Heretics are really keeping this one strong, keeping their rotates in place and getting those kills when they matter.
Using this frag, trying to find himself. I was going to say the Lightning and Hellstorm, but he's already found that now. So a set of streaks for Skies, and Skies was the player which we all knew we had to look at. But Emery's 19 and 10, putting up those big numbers. That's why Crash was popped so early, was Emery's making things look very, very easy. Now, going to use that Hellstorm at the very back, trying to push and funnel all those players into the hard point, which they will. Now, can they capitalize on it? Another two players do go down. Skies with a double. Whalers and Parafizi coming out on top. And, of course, a little bit of battle between the Europeans as well. You got the French side of things versus the Spanish with an added sprinkle of American in the mix things here. But 134 plays 81. Elevate in full control.
Yeah, this truly is the Call of Duty World League. Elevate. Solid hold here on second hard point. Parafizi up next into the gauntlet. He's going to be meeting Metals. He's got a couple of players either side of him. The big playthrough comes, but Whalers is going to be locking it down backside with that ICR. 20 seconds left here, and with those kills up front, we are going to see Elevate on their horses charging forward. That's big. Sky's locking down the back, just watching those players spawning up behind them, and this is a solid push, but Methods, criticism all you want. He's back on the Sorg and he's getting doubles. That's a solid hold. We are going to see the rotate go down. The spawns will be Heretics for the next hard point.
Yeah, like I said before, started slow 1 and 5, but since they're going pretty neutral with that Sorg, and if he does that, that's all he needs to do. Because honestly, I think this is where Heretics need to have the faith in the likes of Journey and Lucky. You know, all four of the other players just kind of put some solid numbers up. 30-point lead now, however, full control of the hard point. A lot of streaks are going to be put down now. Interesting enough, coming from Elevate, trying to obtain those back spawns potentially and pushing on in. That's going to be an easy contest for them up on the platform, but sliding on out. It's going to be Metals. Shut down. No second challenge there. Tempest comes through. That's an easy kill. Chain reaction. And that's going to be number 2.
Simple science. You all conduct electricity, and thanks to that Tempest, those members of Elevate do now as well. There we have it. Sukri, nice timing to pull it out. Techmaster's going to get that player, but the kill comes through. Skies goes down. This is a solid hold from Heretics. Lovely use of the Tempest. Fantastic work, but it is all but over. We're going to get one more for the road. Can't quite finish him without the use of the ICR. It's a solid work there from Sukri. Finding 2 kills out of it, but a lovely bout of time there from Heretics. They will get their fill, and now we are going back towards pipes. Number 10, number 9, number 8. They're all surging forward. Vision Pulse up and ready for Methods. See what they can bring to this one. 182 leads 1-15.
And this is huge as well because Methods has got this so much earlier than Whalers. Whalers been 11-17 now. So sometimes when you're in the the final stages, this can finish a game up. Whalers may not even get that vision pulse. It's such an advantage to have. However, it doesn't look like they're really capitalized on it because we see a halt from Elevate. No one being able to push forward. 2 headshots coming in for Elevate themselves, but Lucky and Sukri combined for the double contest. Falls through. Heretics do break 200, but they are going to lose the hard point. What have we got available? War Machine, Slam, Crash as well. Elevate, they have something to play with.
Methods calls in his Hellstorm, just trying to ding the back line there. Emery's lovely bit of work up top, just adding to that massive mountain of kills. He's already got a 28-16. Profizi with a dirty 2-piece right there. Rotate comes down. We've got 2 members of Elevate on point, bracing for impact. The Slam at the ready. This could be big. He's lined them up. He caught at least 4 there with his eyesight. The Slam, he finds a possible 3. The 4th kill, Profizi. You're an animal.
Comes in with a big 4. And a much-needed 4 at that as well. And that Slam, the craziest thing about that, the triple looks good and it's great and all, but it's about getting these streaks. He's going to find himself the lightning because he continues with the streak now. He's on a 7-kill streak. Bearing in mind he was 12-22 at the point when he started this. At a -10, he's looking to go neutral. And can he find himself that Hellstorm? He's going to find one sliding in. That's going to be an easy assist, and that's all you're going to need. Hellstorm has been acquired, and suddenly that 80-point lead is down to just 30 now, as Elevate will get this scrap time.
I believe that's the 4th time we've seen a 4-man kill from everyone on Elevate there. Fantastic work from the squad all around. They're doing a fantastic job. Incredible work from them. But it's in enough to get back into this one. Heretics, once again, they win those crucial gunfights. They manage to get the breaks clean. They get the time out of this one. And Marie's on his own now in the wrong part of town, cut down by Metals. Whalers watching the back. Sky's holding front orange. Here comes the rip. Lucky makes the first charge through. War Machine at the ready for him now, forcing these players back. We can see it finish here. He's so aggressive. Sorg in hand as well, and the timing on this one could be big. He goes down, but there it is. 25 points for the win. Heretics looking to close it here.
Yeah, and you see them starting to push out. A very ambitious challenge from Lucky, I will say. I'd like to have seen him be a little bit more patient, but he smelt the blood, and now he's going to push for it. These players spawning at the back. That's a huge concussion. No tac mass for a second there. He's going to get chopped down, but Whalers in and amongst will contest, will take over. And now with 30 seconds left, Heretics, do they just opt to challenge this once more and then rotate maybe twice more? They have the time to play with. They need just 12 seconds. That is not what you want to see. Their cluster in their face of his own team.
He makes up for it, though, with that nice 2. Make it 3, almost the 4th. Sukri, though, finding those kills in the front of the map. They have got full spawns, full control across the rest of the map. Charging out through mid, you're going to be contesting up, but Whalers desperate to make this happen, and he does end up getting the vision pulse. The end, he is going to be using it now. We are going to be able to possibly see a break here. Tempest for Skies. We still have a lightning strike for Profizi. Potential now for something big to happen, but Lucky's going to use that War Machine to lock down the front. He's tagged, he's on his knees, and here comes the play. Elevate make their way forward.
Yeah, and we're going to see 1 go down, 2, chain, 3. Oh my goodness, Ruiz. It's going to be the easiest 4-piece of his life. 3 of them crawling around. 2 points is all they need. There's 1 player right at the back of spawn. Who is it? It's number 2. It's Lucky. He's going to go down, and now they need to break from the front.
Oh my, number 5's about to make a play in the back, and potentially Skies locks the front down, but Profizi, he's got an absolute heroic task now of locking down the back and making sure that this doesn't happen. The clock's
2 down.
ticking, the front is open, and here comes the play from behind. Vamos Heretics, they make their way in the back, they're making their way in the front.
My.
Journey with a jump shot, and there it is. They get the final 2, but boy, what an exciting opener. Heretics, the respawn game modes have not been kind to them, but there, they take the lead, they take the initiative, and thankfully, they don't throw it away.
And a couple of those kills, Miles, right at the end. Disgusting stuff. Journey jumping around you there, taking one off Plat. My goodness, absolutely melted here. Heretics coming out on top for map number 1, but again, we saw Heretics have a very strong lead. We saw kind of Methods kind of find his feet within that game. But actually, it was their specialists that they got so soon that they were able to implement and actually get that lead. You know, we saw the Vision Pulse come through. We saw the TAC 5 coming through pretty early on as well. Even that War Machine was so kind of, at the end, desperate, if you like. Sorry, Tempest is what I mean. Congratulations, Heretics.
Brilliant stuff. Here's the final minute of that matchup, friends. And again, you're talking about the specialist, Phil. I mean, we saw the massive sort of the build-up, the slow and steady build-up. Skies and Whalers about to pop their specialist. It was Lucky, was the only specialist ready to go for Heretics. And in a defensive situation, you see that number 2 on the minimap sitting top plat. He doesn't have information where they're coming from, but he is going to take that educated guess with the shots. And he does find Whalers. That immediately shuts out the Vision Pulse. Now we lose the eyesight there for Elevate. Elevate, and they've just got to make this work with their guns. And this Tempest, 1, 2, 3 with a kill, and the 4th one there from Emery's. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, and this is where you start to think, you know, hang on a second, have they just done the unthinkable with one shot of a Tempest? I think that chained from outplan to inside, to more inside, to window. It was disgusting. Honestly, I think they were lucky to even get what they got, but Elevate, they managed to throw it away. Just watch the minimap here, coming in through you, number 4, I think it was, makes some incredible challenges to platform.
Fantastic stuff. Well, there we go. Heretics get it done before the start of the matchup. Jess had a catch up with the players. Jess, what did they have to say?
Thanks, Miles. Yeah, I did catch up with Lucky, and he told me that vibes are much better than they were last week. As I've spoken with various members of Heretics throughout last week, they just said that the vibes were bad, teamwork was not where it needed to be, and he also shared with me that they also feel not prepared at all for Anaheim, I think was the phrase that he used. Their goals for this week are basically to keep the vibes up and hopefully win all 4 of their matches, as well as scrim as much as possible before Anaheim. On the side of Elevate, I spoke with Profizi, and of course, he's just thrilled at the way they've been playing. And I did ask him, you know, a lot of other people have been sort of considering Elevate the underdogs. What do you think of all this? And he said, yeah, to be honest, I was surprised. We're playing really, really well, and it did kind of surprise me. He's obviously very happy about it, and he also said that their goal is to win every single one of their matches this week, and they are making that run. They're hoping to make that run into the top 4. So that's all I've got. Miles and Momo, back over to you.
Thank you very much, Jess. Again, Elevate have got one last hurdle to climb here before, you know, and that's what the 4th win of the week is going to be against Heretics potentially, but it's a bit of a mountain to climb right now, no pun intended, because the logo is a little mountain for Elevate. Sorry, friends, I'll show myself out. Exciting to hear, though, from Profizi. I mean, he's had an incredible week. I mean, the performances from the team has been great, but he is an individual. We've seen him get hyped, get pumped, jumping up, screaming across Columbus. I mean, from where we are right here, I mean, we're only, what? We're maybe 25 meters, how many feet that is, from the stage. We can hear almost everything these players are saying. They are bellowing, but Profizi is a particularly loud, very, very passionate player, exciting to watch.
Yeah, it certainly is. And again, I think leadership will come from someone like Profizi as well. I want to talk, obviously, a little bit about the understatement kind of comment there. I think every single player on Elevate for pretty much their whole career has probably gone into most series as an underdog. You know, there's no kind of superstar on that roster. You know, you've got, you know, players from France who's probably gone into most of their games as underdogs. You know, you got these guys who have been kind of fighting for top 12 at events, you know, last year, the year before. Now they're in the Pro League. You know, they are going to be the underdog. And, no, I mean, Elevate yesterday, we looked at it. Elevate were, what, 3-0, Heretics 0-3. Going into this, which team did I predict to win? Heretics. Honestly, I've been a little crazy. Okay, but I did have some reasoning to go for it. And again, I see this as another game 4, game 5. We've not seen Elevate close one out in 3 yet, so they are going to be pushed by teams time and time again. But is Heretics the team to take them down? Again, it's a new week. It's probably like a Monday morning for these guys. We know what the sleep schedule of some of these gamers are like. So coming into Arsenal Search and Destroy is going to be really interesting. Now, Elevate were pretty much team clutch when it came to Search and Destroy last week. Can they do that again?
I mean, it's perfect. I mean, Jess summed it up fantastically. It was Heretics have got to get the best practice they can while they're here. It's precious, precious time that they can't be wasting. And now we go straight in. Aggressive start here on the A site. Snipe comes through. Lucky is going to get it. Oh, wow. Metals gets a kill as well, and that's going to be the bomb going down. Heretics with a solid start. Those 2 kills crucial. The final 3 members of Elevate, 2 repping around the back, and number 10 is going to be sitting in the middle, possibly hitting vents, but needs to wait for a little bit of information from these players out back. And Lucky looking to get him buried out back at this point.
I think at this point as well, Lucky doesn't need to challenge anything. You know, he's bobbing and weaving. I don't think he's really looking for the kill here. He's baiting him out, and you see trades coming through. Now he can take a bit of a right side peek, but with only 2 players alive, time against him, we're going to see the charge from Metals, and it's almost like a poem. So beautiful. So well executed.
It was hard for us to get too excited about that because it was like the writing's on the wall.
The bomb's down. You've got 5 alive. It's like, start round 2.
This is a great round from Heretics. You're right. I mean, the clutch factor from Elevate, it couldn't have been there. They had no chance. The execution from Heretics was just too good.
Sometimes you just know. And again, you've got to credit Heretics. It wasn't only that they got the opening 1st and 2nd blood. It was the fact of how well set up they were. You know, they had vents covered, they had the spawn covered, and they had the bomb covered perfectly as well. So Elevate, they're just going to have to choke that one up, get into round number 2, and get things kicked off with maybe an offense win.
A win here for Heretics would be so big. I mean, talk about how hot and cold they've been so far, and that practice paying off. The 2nd week of Division B for them would be massive to start it off with a win, especially against a squad like Elevate, who are on such a hot streak in closing out crucial matches against tough teams. See if they can get it done. That first round clean, the second round now about to bang. It's about ready to pop. They managed to run for it. It was a little undercooked. However, Lucky manages to find 2. It's a collapse, guys. Whalers, good night, boys. See you in round 3. It's a 4v2.
Oh, Paradox is kicking himself with that one. Sukri's got to find another, and this is pretty much like round number 1, where you start to think, hang on a second, let's just jump into round number 3. But no, all jokes aside, beautiful stuff from Lucky again, I think it was, with the sniper, collateral. You see, I think Method's there talking to him, going, nice shot, buddy. Lucky going, yep. Thanks, man. That's my Spanish translation.
Oh, I know.
Probably wrong, but, you know, always trust a British ginger guy, right?
There it was.
Damn, we get to see it.
You'd be smiling. I'd be smiling too. Clean second round again for Heretics. When will that Spanish magic cease? When will we see Elevate turn it around? 3 donuts on Elevate currently. Early days still. Plenty of time to get back into this one. Lucky now with that cluster ready to go as well. Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, trying to find his 3rd in a row. First 2 rounds have been very, very quick, and it seems like Heretics certainly have their game plan. Still Elevate, but right now Elevate a little bit shook, I think, after map number 1. Kind of got shut down towards the end of there. Medals has just found himself another double, so advantage to Heretics, and that's the key thing here, is the advantage just keeps going in their favor, but Profizi turning the tables on him. 3v2 now, and starting to find the pinch. It's got to be Elevate coming from behind. Breezy from one side, and Breezy from the same side. 2 coming through, and it was really Profizi to kind of be that catalyst.
Yes, that clutch factor you talked about. I mean, what does he do? He finds a nade kill and he jumps the guy and sitting on the bomb with a sword. That's powerful stuff. Brezzy, he picks up 2 players who are just getting flushed out of that foxhole on the side. They're getting pushed. Lucky's like, I gotta go, man. I gotta back up. But there's already a guy behind us, so it's a perfect pinch coming through there. Brezzy on your screen. The Frenchman putting in work, getting that round on the board for Elevate. You got to give it to him. That was a solid round. We talked about one of the strengths I see in Heretics is once they get the initiative in a map or in a round, they tend not to give it away. But if they don't get that, they tend to struggle on the retake. But they had the advantage there. They had that initiative. They managed to get the first blood in the first 2, and it worked out for them in that one. They just fell a little short. It was actually Whalers who opened up the account, and here we go. Nades are up, clusters exchanged. Lucky, not so much that time as the play now develops towards A.
Now he's trying to find himself a little bit of an angle, but it looks like players just being pushed, and this is what you don't want to see as a Heretics fan is, just get pushed back. However, 2 kills go their way, 3v3. Now Lucky still alive, still with the sniper in hand, and he's going to actually go to that Strife. Extended mag, I believe. 19 bullets in the chamber. He's waiting for his players, his teammates to regroup, and that's going to be 1. Now they push, now they get aggressive. They've got the numbers, and that is the punch. That's the swinger.
Ooh, hang on.
Profizi knows that they're probably on the bomb now, but it's Journey. It's in a 1v1. You've got the advantage. You've got everything going for you. And tick-tock, where goes the bomb?
I mean, there was a moment there where I believe it's maybe one of the Heretics players just kind of took his hand off the controller, it felt like, for a moment.
It's a tough one, but I do love, I mean, we both kind of got a little excited for it there. When it's that 3v3 and you're all so close, you get that first blood and you almost feel the communication to just like charge, like we've got the numbers, we have this, like you just play to trade. They do that and they actually play it pretty perfectly. Profizi does win a one-on-one in lobby, but Heretics coming out on top with another round.
It's that scary moment as well when you're 3v1, you're like, I'll defuse. I'll just jump it.
On it, guys.
And then, boom, one of your teammates dies straight away. And then you're like, where is he? And he looked straight to that lobby. And if you don't have a gun up on that position watching it, you're probably going to get killed while going for the defuse. So, hats off to Heretics. Right place, right time. And Lucky.
That's like 3 pixels.
Wait, why would you stay there, Whalers?
3 pixels is all he needs.
God. Why would he sit that one back? Like, pre-aiming it like, I'll gun him, don't worry. That's the second time he's pushed. Another offensive round there for Heretics where Lucky pushes the outsider gun and gets it.
I think they got bombed down as well. Brezzy is on the flank. Now, do they have the flank as well as they think they do? Answer, no. The flank, of course, being vent at this given time, but a 4v4 retake is definitely possible. Concussion in the hands of Profizi. Trophy deleted. Now he might want to use that concussion, but checking out the vents first of all. Medals is going to be pushed back. That's going to be a first kill. Should be a second on the right-hand side, but no! Saving the day! Methods! He's going to find himself a double. Skies, he's going to go down. It's a 2v1. And now they know the location of Brezzy. And that is going to be all she wrote. Methods, hello. Welcome to the party. 3 kills that round minimum.
I will say that hesitation was the death of Elevate in that round. Stun comes through. This is it. They make the play. You know there's a player around there. They knew Methods was there. You could see the out. You could just see like a shoulder peek.
But again, it was the setup from Heretics. The way that they got the bomb down and backed off, everyone had their place. It was like a puzzle, and it was all perfect. And yes, those pieces are going to get removed, but they traded out so efficiently, whether it just be in the dark corner, whether it be behind the block as well. They had everything covered and almost ready for it. Looks like Heretics certainly doing their homework here. One thing I've liked so far is how quickly they're getting the bombs down. Emrui 0 and 5. Sky's not much better at just 1 and 4. That's going to be a frag straight in the... Oh, my goodness. That was close.
Everyone got a look at it, but no one took a single bit of damage. Exciting stuff. 4-1 currently with Heretics. This is so dominant. Sky is now pulling the snipe out, trying to level up the kills here. As again, Lucky's dominant Paladin has really been the difference maker for Heretics so far. First bloods, turnaround kills. And now we're going to be seeing them flooding A. Methods gets the read quickly. He sees that intel come through. He is going to be able to hold him back in lobby. He does have a frag to work with, but the presence here, that Paladin round ringing out. I mean, this is a great way to try to get that player off of lobby. Open the door, try and bait the play. Skies, he's not even going to need it as Brezi's going to get the first kill.
Well, he had no flat jacket on. That frag could have actually come in real handy there. Trying to find a snipe on both sides, it seems here. Lucky. Thinking if someone's going to push here. Methods coming in. Oh my goodness, nearly takes the ankle off the back of his teammate. Methods finds one before going down. 4v2 and Elevate now with the power position. This is a round they should win. Should being the key word. Sukri, though, finds one, and now out by the bomb. It's a 2v3. That connection would have been different. Sukri's found one over the plants, and now, surely, the 2v4. They're getting aggressive.
Time's on. Big Maddox kill from Lucky. He's going to have the trades right there. Sukri's got to get the win, though, in a 1v1 right now. Pick up anything. Stab him. Punch him. He can't do it. Profizi on his feet. Once again, howling here in the studio. What a brilliant round from Elevate.
Reload and he would have had it. That's a frustrating one to lose if you're a player. If you're a pro player, you stood up there. It was great because Sukri was, you know, amazing that round. He found one on his own. Then he finds this pick as well. His teammate pushes forward, finds one on the plant, but it was just that he didn't have the ammo. If he had the ammo, he had that kill. No offense, Profizi, if you're watching this back, you're dead to rights.
To rights.
You're done, brother.
He had the drop from start to finish, you're right, and he picks up a weapon.
He nearly had time to reload. That says it all.
Yeah, you know, if he had reloaded, possibly that would have been a different engagement, but...
Oh, the Maddox would have cleaned him up.
He felt like he was so overcommitted, he had to just see it through. Bit of impatience, a little bit of the jitters here on the stage in the arena. Lucky now has continued to be an absolute force of nature, 6 and 3. The snipes have been absolutely on point. In the 7th round, looking to open this one up. He's going toe-to-toe now with Skies. Right at the back there. Also has a snipe to his hands.
Sky's actually got that ICR, actually.
Oh.
Just at the back there, so he's going to tag him up. But sometimes that's the most dangerous thing, is actually just putting a bullet in them, because one bullet from Skies isn't going to do much to Lucky, but one bullet from Lucky to Skies can put him to bed. First player goes down, traded out. We're going to see that bomb go down once again. This is this post-plant position that they love and know so well. Big trophy going down, stopping any equipment being thrown at them. Look at the setup, though, from Heretics that they have here. Look at number 3 as well, Journey, looking for a big flank.
Well, that would have been a brilliant shot. Incredible little quick scope there. Quick defuse, though. That's incredibly naughty. Lucky, I think he knows. I think he knows. He does, indeed. Journey and Sukri there to help out, and they all get away with it. Heretics, nobody falls in that engagement. Nobody falls in the retake. Fantastic round from Heretics, 5-2.
So realistically, at this point, this should have been a complete whitewash. This should have been over the search and destroy. And again, Elevate have been, you know, team clutch last week, and maybe they can be today. This is certainly not a search and destroy they've lost, but Heretics round after round have been that better team. And their post-plant positions, as we see the energy from Heretics, shall we say, has been flawless.
The confidence as well. I mean, when they came into the Pro League, they were like, yeah, we're Heretics. We run this place. And then they got bodied in their first map last week. Oh my God, Lucky. Your timing is abysmal. That's so unfortunate. That nade's going to come right into his lap. These kills, you saw enough. Can he find it?
Sometimes you only get that first shot, and then you do have to genuinely just back off here. He could get charged, but he's got players in lobby. That Semtex is going to land straight on his foot. Much better here from Elevate. And this could be a quick 5 down here for Heretics, though. Round number 8, sorry. Nearly over. And yeah, Sukri and Journey, they're looking for an easy exit. Sukri's going to handle Journey's business a little easier.
Helps him out. That's a fantastic teammate, right there.
I was so confused right there.
For a moment, I was like, is Codcaster freaking out on us? No, he's just being a good teammate.
I got you.
He's like, I don't have the time to get here. They could be right behind me. Quick.
Take me down.
Take me down. Still, though, great round there from Elevate. Decisive in their attack. Fortunate that none of the shots landed from Lucky side of things. I mean, you win some, you lose some. But on the aggression, I mean, just sublime. Great covering fire from each of them. The trades were on point, and their cluster, super precise. We saw it in the previous round, the Heretics attack.
Yeah.
The very, very same grenade hits the same spot, but it just doesn't get the job done. Again, that's Lucky. It's still, you know, a great performance from him so far, but Brezzy, 8-6 getting into this one. Emery's can still sit there at that 1-7. He's doing the best he can. Round number 9 underway.
It's another V push here for Heretics. Bit slow. You know, just biding their time. Whalers will be watching the middle. Sukri looks like he's chilling in vents. And that he is. This is interesting from Elevate, because they pretty much know exactly where Heretics are at this point. But it's actually... Oh my goodness, grenades thrown there. It's actually trying to find these players, and now this could be terrible timing for Lucky. One player already spotted, and he might just have to communicate to the best of his ability where that player was. He was almost dead to rights as Rafizi takes him down.
Here we go, without the advantage. Oh boy, Heretics are falling apart. Sky's perfect pinch. Journey now trying to play it patiently. Big shots. Emery's with the advantage. There's the defuse coming through. It's all down to methods. A single kill and a wall bang right there is going to close it out. Ample time to get the defuse. It's going to go to Profizi. The 4th round there goes to Elevate.
One of the players was 400 away. So almost a hesitation to give in the bomb. See whether that comes back to bite them. Big round, though, for Elevate. And again, when they were 5-2 down, we pointed out that, you know, certainly not out of this, but this is a game that should have been done and dusted at, you know, potentially 6-1.
Yeah, that confidence from Heretics just started to wane a little bit, man. They're getting cleaned out in these really decisive rounds. Emery's having a great impact in that one. Crucial gunfight there by that window door. Those doors, man. Those doors can make or break a round. Can Elevate make the comeback? One more round to tie it up. That's all they need.
See if Lucky's got a bit better timing here. Oh, he's going to spot him a lot earlier, and that's going to be a lot more communication.
He saw 2. He's definitely saw that nade, and the nade falls short.
He's got a flight jacket on. Oh my goodness.
They're really trying to nade him out. They've invested 2 frags to make this push work. They got 2 kills out of it. Back you go. Bombs going down. Brilliant start here from Elevate. What an aggressive round. Maybe not the most economical, but they still have their lives to play with, and they still have the bomb down. That's it. Round 11. My. Elevate right back into this.
Well, Team Clutch over here. Coming back into this. They were 5-2 down. Can they get the 4th back-to-back? Or is Heretics going to sneak on in and make this a 2-0 series going into the control? Whalers and the boys looking to come out on top here.
Slow and steady's winning this race right now for Elevate. I mean, this is what, 4-1? 4-1.
4-1 and 5-2, I think it was.
At its absolute worst. Lucky needs to start finding these 1-hits to open up the round again. Brezzy, super aggressive, just hits the very back of Brezzy's shoulder there, unable to get the kill. I have no idea how that didn't get the kill for him, but there you have it. Early advantage goes the way of Elevate. Lucky trying to just even the board. Bomb gets picked up. Lucky's going to cover the retreat. Profizi in that far position. He's a little further forward, right there. The bomb's going to get rotated across, of course, number 6. That's going to be Brezzy. Brezzy's watching the bomb site. As soon as they make that play forward. But again, the numbers now for Elevate, they're still favoring that position towards A. So as soon as this play goes down, I mean, there's a chance that Lucky could catch those players as they move over towards A to try to reinforce the defense.
The problem is if bomb goes down...
Did they sneak in?
I think they might have.
No way.
That bomb's gone down and he hasn't been spotted. He does have a cluster. It's going to go round top of him. This is going to flush him out. There's going to be the first.
Oh my, Lightning Strike could come right in on top of them. There's almost no chance they could get away from this one. He's going to just call the ping, allow his teammates to come through. No, wait! Emery's is gone! Oh, it's all down to a 3v1. Heretics, it comes down to Lucky.
Cluster.
Defuse. On the bomb. Lucky.
Takes down Whalers.
takes down the bomb diffusers. 20 seconds left on the clock. Extended mag strife. That's what he's going for. Melee fight. Oh my goodness. Woo, Skies. That might only have been his 5th kill, but that is the only one that matters. Oh my goodness, the cluster, the shot punch. He slides away there, and he's won that round.
The 5-2 comeback is complete, and friends, we have a series on our hands now. Elevate, it is not over until it is over. Heroics from Heretics were put to bed there by the fantastic teamwork of Elevate, but my, this series is far from done. Tied up 1-1 as we go into our break. We have seen some brilliant plays from both teams. Again, a slow and steady start from Heretics when it comes to the old respawns. They managed to find their form here, but nonetheless, everyone on Elevate looking to make this a big series. Right after the break, Control.
The Call of Duty World League is brought to you by Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, the official beverage of the CWL. Scuff Gaming, the official controller of the CWL. And TCL, America's fastest growing TV brand.
Game Fuel. Level up the game.
Welcome to another Monday night of beautiful COD action. We're here tied up 1-1, Heretics versus Elevate here in the Pro League. Hardpoint was a blowout. The Search and Destroy was a nail-biter. Control up next will be something in between, I think. Phil, that's what my spidey senses are tingling and telling me.
Why bother playing then?
Huh?
if you've already, you know, got your spidey senses on this one, this may as well skip to Arsenal hardpoint when Miles has already confirmed it. But all jokes aside, Seaside Control coming up next. Should be an exciting one because map 1 and 2, they've both been close. We saw S&D, it could have been a blowout. Called it, should have been a blowout at 6-1, but Heretics didn't close the all-important round, and the 1v3 certainly close, but we see Elevate come up clutch once again. Now going into Control again. This is going to be a bit of a tough one now. Heretics have got to regain. They've got to get that coach on stage. Legend will be going through. Forget it. Move on. Close out the series. They don't want to lose the 4th in a row. Elevate, though, they want their 4th win back-to-back. It's a big one.
Maybe a big one for them. I'm just going to throw some Black Ops 4 lore out there. This is another map in Spain. We're in Spain again. This is a small town that's had a riot, that's or a political sort of riot that's been going on, and armed forces have had to be called in. And here those armed forces go. Metals is going to be the one who pick up the first kill. Talking about that home field advantage that they have on Hacienda, you know what I mean?
No.
They do it on Seaside.
Nope.
All right.
We're in Columbus, Ohio, Miles.
Oh, what are you talking about? Mate, live a little.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
All kicking off down by the cafe. And what do we know? Journey taking down Metals here, 27-26 here, but the battle is certainly not over, but it has been won for now by Heretics. B has been put on a little bit of a pause as we see players start to push on through to the church. You've got one player. It's Brezzy, actually, who's going to find himself a kill. One player making mistakes here, but the kill feed lighting up red, and Elevate putting Heretics on the back burner.
Yeah, they actually really have. Straight into A. That's a great nade placement of that one. Oh, wait a minute. That looked perfect. Somehow he managed to get away with that one in amongst the bricks and the rubble. And Ruiz back on to B. They're going to continue the cap there. A, the progress is being deleted slowly but surely, but Brezzy in from behind, trying to just keep this play alive, trying to keep those reinforcements away from the cafe. First stick done at B. A little bit of time left to play with. Profizi just trying to slow him down, being as annoying as he can. Lucky, though, has none of those fun and games. The shenanigans are over, and here comes the counter-attack. Skies can't get it done. Lucky back on point, continuing the run. Nice kills from him. Metals finding a 2, and that's going to clean the players off of B. 40 seconds left. A single ticket B. One decisive push from Elevate is needed.
Yeah, you get your typical spots there. Your ICR. Up by the umbrella. Your Sorg up close and personal here. However, one push could change the game here. 3 do go down, and one player might have just got behind them, but no. Whalers deals with Lucky, and we're going to see Sukri back off now, and wisely so. Trophy might come in handy, and there it is. It's going to be planted down with 1 minute and 25 now. Heretics have 1 life lead.
Here we go. Had to be decisive.
Oh, big stun.
Big stun, but not quite enough. I mean, aside from the tac mask, just the fact that they managed to make their way forward. There you go. Lucky holds the line, though. Great use of that angle there up by that top car. A little small game, just playing his life perfectly, getting those 2 kills, holding that backside down. Here we go. Emery's going forward, just almost taking care of Methods there, but not quite enough. Slow and steady approach now from Elevate as they make their way in towards Church.
It's crazy. 15 of the 20 kills from Heretics have been made by 2 players, that being Lucky and Metals. You've got Sukri 1 and 4, Journey 1 and 3. Methods just found his 2nd kill there, but it's Lucky and Metals who is just lighting it up right now. Journey and Lucky do go down. Profizi and Brazy do go down. Emery's and Skies follow suit, and that is going to be a good round there. Good wave, should I say, for Heretics. It could be a good round. They close things out strong here. Sukri and Methods shouldn't play us down, and now this is where trades come in. You heard it on Hot Mic. You know, the guys talking about how important it is just to trade when you have the numbers. 10v4. All that Heretics need to do is simply trade. That will do.
That'll get it done. The words of the farmer from Babe, that'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do. Final few seconds. Skies has to give the round up. Heretics will take the first.
And nicely done, nicely closed out. You know, composure was great. Like I said before, Lucky and Metals with all the kills. And I think we're going to be treated to a couple of them right now. Right from the get-go, Metals kicking things off. Love to see if you're a Heretics fan or you're giving your Vamos to them. Let them know. Twitch chat, I see you.
Do you?
Yep.
Phil's just lied to you, stream. He's just lied to you.
I'm on it right now. Twitch.tv/Call of Duty. I can see him right there. Oh, there you go. All the Vamos is coming in the chat.
Round 2. Underway.
And more. Look at all those Vamoses in the chat. Take my Vamos. I can see it.
Never trust a ginger. Metals making his way forward right through mid. Emery's makes the read with Sally. Whoa, Breezy with a lovely 2 there at the cluster. And now we have to push, still developing onto B. A is not quite done yet. Sukri's getting involved. He may actually find the timing here to just get in on it, but not for too long. He's got 2 members now of Elevate just in the back as well. First tick done at B. Methods. Timing methods. Oh, he's going to find one. Enough to get his teammates into the mix. There we go. Elevate now as they start to try to push Heretics back. Let's have a quick Astro Gaming listen in with Elevate.
Two more.
Get my outer.
Two outer. One's on roof. 3 outer.
Challenge roof.
Oh, L1 mid. L1.
Yo, roof.
Wait. I'm not there.
Nice. Their door. It's open.
Nice. Got one. Inhale. Nice. Middle stairs. Middle.
1v2. Watch out, Chris. I'm coming.
Dead, one more.
Nice.
Close left on you.
Yo, make sure we have flag.
He's close side.
I got him. No, one
Hold on.
shot.
Yo, we're choking it? I bet.
Oh.
Hey, you want team shot here? They have
There's
wars.
3B.
Going
There's
top
3B.
Team shot when they
I'm
peek.
gonna go outer and team shot with you guys.
Trying, you know.
I have nothing beer.
I have a trophy, Caesar.
Middle.
Nothing outer.
Middle on the statue.
Stay alive, Chris. You have to watch mid, Chris. You have to watch mid.
I
think they're wrapping back mid. 1 P1. 2 P1.
Yo, in church.
Guys.
3 P1.
Shot dead. On there. Close. Lucky.
Oh.
Lucky going checkers.
Get
Two of them. Two checkers.
I'm hopping. I'm on point.
On blue.
I think we need help. I'm one shot. He killed me left side. I think there's one white van also. Checkers.
Someone on the push him.
Top 3.
You ready?
Come on.
Checkers.
One shot.
Good job. Stay alive. Warp 2.
Trade everything.
Yellow.
Top 3.
On the back.
Yellow.
One white van.
He's weak.
I have the courtyard. I have courtyard.
He has a war.
Top 3.
I have courtyard.
Main in front.
Top yellow, yeah. He's going P1, 2 P1.
I'm gonna dab
He has all the beer. Give it up. I have it, Paul. I'm
Full stun too. He give me shot church.
I'm going around, I'm going deep.
One mid, Paul.
He grapple. He's gonna slam inside. Checkers.
Right van.
Checkers, 2 of them.
Dead. One shot down.
Middle.
Deep. In our spawn. White. He's pinching. He's coming back. Outer. He's outer.
Don't chase.
Oh, one checkers. Two checkers.
Coming to help you.
They're pushing.
We jump on board straight away. Sukri with the double in. We're actually seeing Heretics on a very strong push. This could be the last one and the only one that they need here, but Brezzy shuts down one. Trades going down, and this has to be in favor of Heretics. All the trades now favoring the Spanish here as they are in and amongst the church here. Grab slam available. Is he going to invest it? He is, but he's absolutely useless.
He's whiffed it. Oh, he can't even recover. Whalers, what a 2-piece. 4v4. Right back to square one we go. We're reminiscing old times in the 4v4 days right now. Here we go. Skies gets away with his life. Only just. Backs on up. Quick reposition from Elevate now to take into consideration where the play is developing from. Heretics make their way forward. Journey bites off more than he can chew. 20 seconds and counting. The trades not quite there yet. The shots, the damage. Sukri in point. He finds the first. The War Machine's invested. It finds... Oh dear, it finds 3, including himself. Now it's 2v1.
1v2 for Lucky. Tags the first. Oh, and that's just unfortunate timing. War Machine. He takes down the trophy. He's a smart player, smart idea. Well, it's a smart idea. Is it a smart player? Let the analyst break that one down afterwards. But oh my goodness. You know, both War Machines invested at the end there. Taking down that Tempest, and, you know, if he fires that War Machine, maybe one of the walls, it could be a different story, but just showing how trophies can change a game. Incredible stuff, but the slam was really the pinnacle, if you like, of where it went wrong.
I mean, that was a highlight reel. That was like a blooper reel of how to not use your specialists from almost everyone in that situation. That was ass. Here we go. Another round. Elevate in a tough spot. I mean, that could have been theirs.
Round 3. All tied up here. 1-1. If you missed it, hardpoint went to Heretics. S&D took Elevate. S&D took Elevate. Elevate took the S&D. And now Lightning Strike is going to come down straight away, not find anyone. Brezzy with the double, and that has not worked out in favor of Heretics at all.
Yeah, that really didn't.
However,
solid pace to start this one off with on the defense. I mean, oh, Skies, man. You know, when you just feel it, you're like, I should just wait, see if another teammate shows up. Doesn't work out. Methods gets put on his back there by Profizi. Strong defense thus far, though, from Heretics. Slight overextension on the back end, but on the barrel side, sorry, but it isn't going to hurt them too much. Back over to B. Trophies are up. Don't have to worry about too many throwables. There's only 2, 3 now on the side of Elevate. Brezzy, strong shots. Backing up Skies. There's a trophy coming into play. Metals, he's holding down the line. This is great work. On the other side of the map, though, Emery's can't get it done. Journey, it's a strong defense, but it's not a huge amount of lives going the way of Heretics.
No. However, Method's in a very sneaky spot here. Oh, he's been riddled. He's been found out, but it doesn't even matter. Methods finds one. A second would have been a miracle at that point, but Journey and Lucky down low are going to find some more kills. The first tick didn't even come in. And interestingly, they tag 5 boost straight away now. You know, just trying to close things out, you know, get things done, it seems like. They don't want this to end or go on any further. They know just one more wave of kills can, of course, secure this round for them. And we've seen rounds go from good to bad to worse. And that TAC 5 boost only up and alive for Lucky. Talking to Lucky, 21 and 12.
That's huge. Still has that full 50 HP bonus. Final 10, 5 seconds. You got to go now, Elevate. This is it. Straight in somewhere, the contest. They are going to catch one. The trades come through. They're still contesting. Brezzy with a nice 2. 1.8 seconds left. They haven't got it done yet. They've still got to contest. They've still got to find the lives. Here comes... It's actually only Sukri. It's only Sukri. The rest of the reinforcements are on their way. They've got to get rid of Sukri as quick as they possibly can. Here comes the remainder of Heretics. They're all pushing down low.
Whether this is the right thing, though, they had a 3-life lead, and they're just throwing it away. They're going in single file at this point, and this play I just don't like.
Uh-oh.
That play where there, Heretics feels... That's such a panic play. They should have set up, had a 3-life lead, and now... They're going to have, give a 1-life lead to Elevate, and they've got so much to play with. That's a huge mistake for Heretics.
Tempest comes out. It was going to be put down immediately. Sukri, I think he fires 1 shot. Journey with 2, though. Metal's reinforcing the front line 6 to 7. Heretics making that charge going forward, but look, 40 seconds left on the clock. I mean, Elevate, do they have the fortitude right now to slow this down and make one decisive play again?
So round Heretics can certainly still win here, but with certain things still left available, things like Slam, that's something that certainly can change the game. 6v6, no contest, players jumping on in. Nice smart play by Methods, just lingering around outside the zone there as 2 go down, make it 3, 4, as it's a 4v2 now in favor of Heretics. Do they close it out? Does Profizi invest the Slam?
What a trade that was. Protracted gunfight on the outside. Whalers is going to drop. It's a 1v4. I mean, there's surely no way Profizi with the Slam up top. If he can find this gunfight, he might. Few seconds left. He's going to give the round away with his life. He's going to possibly get another kill. No, Sukri will do it. If he doesn't hit that player on the stairwell and he gets in the church with that Slam, I mean, what happens?
He doesn't use it and he dies, and we go on to the next round.
Is it London again?
I think he was wise to save it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I feel like that round was almost wasted by Heretics. They invested so much, and I feel like they should have kind of slowed down a little bit and set up. And I kind of talked about Heretics today and just kind of said that sometimes the best asset is their playstyle, and sometimes the worst asset is also their playstyle. You know, it's so fast, so aggressive sometimes they kind of lose it in their own way. And, you know, single file gameplay, not the way to go.
Sometimes it's all or nothing with Heretics. So far, it's all. Quick ping comes through there for Brezzy. Capping A now to start this one off, and they do manage to get in there. They've got Mountains on point. 3 of them, 2 of them now, as they're starting to get picked off by Whalers there. So Cherry picks his way through those kills. Progress at A. Profizi, will he use the Slam to clear the point? War Machine's through, though. That's going to be Lucky. Oh, no! He finds a teammate. He's traded out immediately, and they're still capping A.
It's going to be one of the worst specialist use I've seen in a while. And again, some not down to their own fault. We see Tempest getting burned. We saw the Slam as well, the War Machine. Again, it's something I'm sure the analysts will break down and kind of pick apart. However, lives are being lost here. Heretics were on both points for a second. Slam still available for Profizi.
Great shots there from Profizi. Now, Skies, he finds one with that Tempest, and this is the benefit that Elevate have. You know, Heretics, I'm going to bring it up. It's the very fact that they keep changing their roles. They keep giving the specialists to each other. When we saw, you know, the very first time we saw Waskins run on the War Machine for Reciprocity, the first thing he does is nade himself. Could be worse now for Heretics, but nonetheless, stronghold on the defense. TAC 5 coming through. We still have a good bit of the Tempest to work with, and on the defense, they're going to be giving it up here on the outside of B. They're going to be making their way through wine barrels and through mid-map. Heretics wins the outside gunfight. That's going to be Methods as he makes his way through dark. Now Profizi still watching mid. Mid's clear. They're going to hit A again.
They're all inside. TAC 5 boost has gone down, though. Will it be enough? It looks like it will. You see that 31 HP? It'd be dead to rights, but all 4 players do go down, and this should be a round in favor of Elevate. You see the lives 21 and 12. You see the spawn traps coming in. Great use of the TAC 5 boost there from Elevate. Again, looking to push this to a 5th and final round. Hardpoint was close with about a 30-point win. Search and Destroy was around 11. This control is looking like it's going down to the wire.
Here we go. Heretics, you got a decent push here. Whalers, though, once again, just doing a fantastic job of locking these players down. Profizi cuts Sukri out of the equation. 20 seconds. They've got it pretty much held down at B. Here comes the final push. It's a 4-man push, number 5-10. I'm not even sure if you can get here. There's the final 5. No lives remaining. Ruiz is going to try to keep this going. Journey to trades. Ruiz again. They are going to hit the contest, but for how long? The clock is now bleeding out, and that's going to be it. Round 5.
Ruiz just got a lightning strike as well at the very end of that, so, you know, that could be a difference maker, especially going into the first zone. In control, you know, that lightning strike can go straight through the center of that zone. It can obviously hit the outskirts, the back spawns. I'm interested to see how we see this lightning strike, because the last time we saw the strike, I believe it was on round 2, and it was instantly used.
We go the distance again. The Heretics, they have the resolve to just not let this happen.
This game has game 5 round 11 written all over it.
It really does. And you know what? You give it to Elevate right now. They're closing series out. They go the distance, they close them out. Ping comes through. I mean, this is going to give you a huge advantage. Even the timing of that ping's going to help. There's the lightning strike up. Catch the players on the retreat as if it wasn't bad enough. They're going to keep them off the point for as long as they can, but not a whole lot of progress.
Starting to see Heretics just back off. They lost 1 life. They saw the Vision pulse come in, and they're having nothing to do with it.
That was a fight. This is a 5-man cap right now. There's a lightning strike. Baits it out. Lets you get a little closer. Lulls you into that false sense of security. Whalers, he's almost got himself another.
Slam can be huge as well here. Heretics looking for an important play. It's going to be a grapple play around the back. Sukri's taking down his team. It is all falling apart for Heretics. Every single thing is just going wrong in favor of Elevate now, who's going to slide on in and surely start capping this point. Are they going to be able to hold on, though? 24 to 28. Specialists available. Methods hasn't even got the Vision Pulse yet.
Both teams now just setting up, trying to get that perfect play. Brezzy, War Machine, meet Flak Jacket. Flak Jacket, meet War Machine. Profizi, Skies on a nice 2. That's the way they'll get it done. The War Machine may not have been enough, but Skies is. Straight on through. Slam still being held onto, still being hoarded there. But it may come out soon. These players on the offense. Up high from Profizi. He's only going to get 1. Slows it down for the time being. Second to get A. This is it. Elevate looking to take the lead in the series. What have you got, Sukri? What have you got, Heretics? It's now or never. Get on that point. Get the contest. The Elevate reinforcements are just coming through mid-map now.
30 on the time, but are they going to need it? The lives are dwindling, 23 to 16. Big kills coming in for Heretics, 15 to 20. I love the positioning for Ruiz, because again, every single kill that he makes right now, and as long as he takes one down with him at this point, you just trade it out. But he actually finds one without going down. That's an ICR still in his hand. He's still overlooking the point. Doesn't find that kill. Concussion is available. Now he's got his teammates around him.
I mean, this is very methodical now. Heretics have got to make this watertight. Tempest, great call. Up in close. If somebody makes the slide, who's going to get the jitters? Whalers is through. Now they know the Tempest is on point. Oh my, the connect could happen. He does get 3 kills out of it, and I don't think that player's down. We're all good to go. Methods now. Vision Pulse at the ready. Try to provide that intel. We're halfway towards that final tick being complete. They're going to get those players off for the time being. Profizi up top now, trying to keep the play alive. The final 50 seconds, though. And the life count is hugely favoring Elevate, but I mean, the presence they've got right now, it just seems like they could possibly get this done. Can they close this out in 40 seconds?
Again, it's just simple trades. Like, even there, 2-to-1 trade. It favors Heretics, but as these lives are dwindling away, to win this, Heretics have to go, like, crazy. And right now, 2 kills without trade, that's perfect. That's 4-to-1 on a trade. Now it's 97, time is ticking, and suddenly you're hitting respawn. Suddenly you're rushing through barrels, you're elevating, you're going, hang on a second. How has this game got away from us? Quick specialist check, absolutely nothing. Ruin close for medals, but that's about it. Trophy system available for Sukri, but he's not going to need it right now. 9-6.
You asked for crazy. You may just get loco. Here it goes, though. Elevate are on it. 7-3. They're going for the cap. What a kill from Profizi. Oh, my God. It comes all down to Metals. Nades up. It's in his face. And that's the lead to Elevate.
Elevate striking back. Coming out on top. And again, very, very crazy control. But 2 teams going head-to-head and butting heads at that. Round 5 in control, round 11 in search and destroy, and a close game in hardpoint. We have a series on our hands, and Elevate last week, they were closing games out in game 4 and 5. They couldn't close it out 3-0, and they will not do that today. However, they're on the brink of another big victory.
Yeah, big victory indeed. Again, if you push Elevate the distance, they're happy to go that far. They're happy to turn these series around, but Heretics, they really do need to find these wins quickly. Here's a replay from, I believe this is round 2. This is going to be our play of the game. Sukri, again, this one, I was so impressed by Heretics' defense to start this one off, but man, there's a couple of mistakes here or there between those specialist plays that just hurt so much.
Yeah, it certainly was a little bit of a wild one. This slam was kind of out of nowhere, and again, sometimes you're like, how did that not connect? And should it, would it, could it? I don't know, but it's a 4v4 at this point. 40 seconds on the clock, and this is what Heretics do well, I feel, is they all group up, they all push 1 point, because Elevate, they have to split this. They have to basically, you know, cover all bases, but we see Elevate kind of figure out where they're pushing from and kind of, you know, push them back a little bit. That kill right there, Skies, that makes it a 4v3. It's like a 4v3 in S&D. Then they start to group up. Then they start to punish. And I love this kind of heads-up play from Brezzy to use that War Machine. Lucky, he's 18-9. He's feeling himself. He takes out the trophy. And I like the play. But again, at this point, 2 people on top of a tank, very, very difficult. However, that being the scuff, play of the game coming in from Elevate. And again, that is just another reason to highlight specialists. We saw War Machines, we saw slams, which were all off, we saw Tempest didn't go to use. And don't get me wrong, they're not easy to use, especially when you're coming up against the best of the best in the world. It's difficult. You get shut down. You get a shot punch and you're out. You're like, well, there goes my Tempest I've worked all day for. But again, we like to see more.
More is best.
We expect more from
We do expect more. Yeah, it is just those opportunities. It's the right time to pull it out. It's, you know, we see there's a few places where it's like, okay, cool, this is a great time to pull out. We expect to see the Purifier, you know, on P3, on Frequency. We expect to see the War Machine come out in certain places. Not there. Little things are a little different, and you know what? Trying to make the best of a bad situation. Coming up next, Arsenal. Will there be any bad situations now for Heretics? Unfavorable respawn record so far. I mean, they're sitting at something like 2-8 right now, I think. They did manage to win the first map in the series, and now they're going in Arsenal. Do they have what it takes to push that game 5? Or will Elevate manage to find strength to close this one out against the Spaniards?
We need to see that fire from map 1 from Heretics. We need to see that energy that they brought, and I believe it's still there. Yes, they've just lost 2, but Heretics are a really good team at keeping that energy up, and I think Legend does a really good job when he kind of gets up and hypes them all up on stage. They're a very fast-paced, aggressive style. And there you go. Profizi might be on your screen getting 2 pieces, but in fact, he's got a 3 somehow. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to get a 4! Profizi!
It's the fireman.
That was about a call that he was going to go down, and Heretics have taken hardpoint number 1. Profizi says, no thank you.
No, he's all good. He didn't even use his grapple to get in there fast. He just ran that. Man, he's still going! Profizi! Finally does.
Just bear in mind that's with a Sorg as well. Like, we all know, you know, sometimes it is a little more difficult using the Sorg. In those kind of positions, that is disgusting, Profizi.
Yeah, supreme start there. Elevate, they only managed to garner 14 seconds out of it, and the contest quickly comes through from Heretics, who immediately answer back. You love to see it. Journey with a nice 2. Irrespective of that, the rotator's already gone down. The top of Whalers is just removed. Those little goggles just peeking out, and he will be taken care of. Heretics quickly and decisively retake the hard point. They do have to contend with a split push now. They are pinched in here. Number 7 could make a difference. They are going to try to soften up one of the back ends, so that means it's a war on one front now. Quick engagement on point. Suku's going to get it done. It's going to keep the points flowing the way of Heretics. Lovely work. Again, the crossfire coming through. I mean, that back crane is such a large hard point. It's so open. There's so many ways in, but once you lock those down, the time is yours. The crossfire there was devastating. Elevate now with control.
Elevate with 25 seconds. Plenty of time to soak up here. You see a bit of desperation of Heretics pushing from each and every point, but is it going to be worth it? Is the investment worth it right now? You start to see rotation. 6, 8, and 10 are going to go up against 3 and 4. That means Emery's and Whalers. Skies and the boys of Elevate will retain those last 10, but it looks like rotation has already been won over here by Heretics. It was a big win for them, but will it pay off? Tune in about 1 second.
1 second.
Here we go.
3-man push now through trophy side. Ooh, Brezzy wins the gunfight at the back. Lucky's up next. Brezzy's in a superb spot right now. I mean, this is potentially devastating for Heretics. They are going to be changing the spawns now. They're going to be out on the other side as opposed to close to the hard point when they die out. There's the swap over. It isn't quite going to go the way of Elevate just yet. They've still got mans on point. 4 go down. That's actually incredible work from Heretics.
55 to 49. Again, a close game, but do you expect any different, ladies and gentlemen, between these two teams? Absolutely not. Method stepping up with a Sorg as well. Love to see that. Journey with a double. And still on point, it is going to be Heretics. And going back, you know, from the previous hard point, it wasn't just a completely one-sided affair. We saw it go back and forth, and I feel like that's the same as what we're going to see here today on Arsenal. But with 8 seconds left, we start to rotate to the gun. Medals is looking for that wide flank. It looks like he's going to regroup with Lucky. Lucky's already in action. He's taking down Whaler, so now a big push from the rear.
Mel's watching him just try to sneak through. Brezzy, wow. Great shots from Brezzy. Stops the play immediately. Sukri now. He's managed to catch good timing. 2 players. He will get the kill on the first and push the second into his teammate. And Heretics, once again, with the initiative, with the advantage, not letting it go. They must not let go if they want to push that game 5. Elevate. They're close, but it's no cigar just yet. Here we go. Counter-attack is on. Here comes the break. They find 2. They find a clean 2. It is going to be slowed by Metals with the shots on. And Metals once again with a nice shot onto Skies to clean him up. The team fire coming through from Heretics. This is a good hold. That contest slow and steady. Whalers! What a kill. Metals is done. The reinforcements arrive from Heretics. Can they hold on? 20 seconds here left at gun.
Attack 5 boost available here. You look across the specialist, one of the first to come through here. Profizi close to the slam as well. Currently sat on 8 and 8. Close up ICR. Melee's miss, but shots on point. With the 8 seconds going down again, talk about rotation. Heretics, they're in the lead here, and Heretics are going to win this rotation once more. Profizi pushing from the outside. He's got that lightweight dexterity on. He's been climbing these windows so quick. He's going to be up over and at him. And Skies and Profizi, they've almost just walked into this one here. It seemed effortless.
Haven't quite stolen it, though. Still got number 6 Methods on the back to contend with. He wins his ones. That's great against Brezzy. Whaler's up next. What's he going to do? And here comes a very tasty Tempest moment. He will find one. The kills are coming through. They can't get back into the fight quick enough. And Profizi with another delightful kill. Brezzy now making his way in. But once again, Heretics with the opening moments. Heretics with the solid kills. Their breaks have been pretty good as well, so Elevate have got to make a big deal here if they are going to get any more time out of this.
Yeah, and
like that.
I think this is the wrong time to highlight because we've just seen Elevate kind of go off and clutch up a little bit here. But the reason why Heretics has had this lead the whole time, Methods, you know, he's pulled out this Sorg and he's got this tough job where he's trying to chop it and change and going back and forth. He's probably not, you know, the most confident Sorg player, but he's dropping a 1.5 right now, and that's after probably a little bit of a bad spurt there over by Trophy Hardpoint. We're going back to the middle here, and we start to see these numbers add up. Journey is just doing what he does best, 16 and 9, 2-kill streak here, trying to find the third, bobbing, weaving behind the post, in and out, contesting around. He's going to find himself another, but cleaned up by Lucky. Keep your eyes on Methods, seeing what he's doing with this Sorg. Can he continue?
I hope he will. Metals now with the slam at the ready. We've seen his War Machine in action. The slam's been all right so far. Soapy finding a nice 2. Skies with the frags as well. It's all in on this point. Lab is as horrifying as it can get as a hard point goes. A lot of space to work with. Metals now. Slams up. He does find 2. Unbelievable. When you see what the position of those players were. Whalers is in for the next. Great job from Sukri to clean him out. And once again, Heretics, decisive use of the slam, decisive specialist use. Now 170 away from the Lightning, and they break the hard points. They get the spawns, they lock it down. I mean, Heretics right now, they're certainly outplaying Elevate here in the hard point.
And just, we've all been there, right? You know, when you've got your specialist, you've like, right, when is the right time to use it? It just seems like as soon as we see, you know, Metals with the slam or Journey, Lucky with the War Machine, they use it at the right times. Whether it always comes off, that's a different story. But they seem to get it in and out there very, very quickly. For example, I'm not sure how long Profizi's had the slam, but he's lingering on it. He's waiting for that time, and honestly, you've got to wait. You don't want to waste it. We've seen it wasted before. But again, hold on for it too long, and you know, it's gone. It's useless, and you've already lost the game.
It's like a pear, you know?
What?
It's great at first. You hold on for it too long, and then it gets all soft and manky.
Oh, my goodness.
Heretics looking at that 190 points now. We saw Profizi hold on to the slam for a little too long in the control match as well. There we have it. 15 seconds remaining now for Heretics. They're going to break over 200 points. And they're gunning up for the next rotation as well. And then Ruiz are in position, but look at Methods. What's he going to do? Make this play? He reads Skies. Brezzy, though, in the back, he's had a fantastic series so far as well. 15 to 14 so far in the hard point. Not great for him, but they are trying to make this happen. They are trying to make this play work out. Heretics Haven't quite found it in from behind yet. Lucky, close it out. There you go. He gets Whalers. Now they're going to hit the back. They've got two members here from the rear. One's about to punch through lobby. There's no defense there. Sukri's going to clean up the front line. Profizi, don't count him out of the fight just yet. He is disgusting. Journey will get it done, though. And just like that, once again, Heretics have been stealing these hard points from Elevate.
Yeah, and yes, sorry, last week, I keep wanting to say yesterday. Last week we saw Sky's doing incredible work, and he's actually still doing that 20 and 14. But the numbers we've seen from Whalers, 8 and 16, M. Ruiz, another slow game. We saw him slow on the Search and Destroy, 11 and 23. They're getting outslayed here heavily, and this fast-paced play with Heretics, it doesn't work against everyone. But right now, on the hard points, it is shutting down Elevate in abundance here. We see the scrap time with that 10 seconds now go to Elevate, but again, with rotation going down, interesting. And look at the positioning from Heretics. They've got all the control of gun. They're controlling the back here. They're waiting for it to come in. The slam, he's held onto it for a while, and it's come to nothing.
It's a soft, mushy piece of fruit that melted in his pocket there in the desert sun of Arsenal. Brezzy, though, that War Machine is fresh. Plucked right from his back pocket, and here it goes.
It's a nice break, and the War Machine is in a perfect position here. Bressy's clearly
wanting
to find a couple. Do they have Flat Jacket? That's the question. Doesn't matter. It's over. It's out.
He felt that one mounting. Skies is going to keep these shots coming through. Lightning strike now for Ruiz. This is dangerous stuff for Heretics. I mean, I think they're smart enough to realize that the break here is going to be a little hard. But are they smart enough to just go straight for the next one?
I think they're looking for a really, really, really slow kind of hold here. You know, we saw Lucky at the back there and Medals, I think, picked the kills, and now they jump on in. There's only 10 seconds left. Number 9, though, you know, kind of locking things down. Sukri's going to post up with his ICR and wisely backs away there, waits for his teammates, and talking of wise, that trophy system, perfect position.
I mean, this is great now from Heretics. They send 2 men to break the hard point, get the final 10 seconds, and then they send Sukri on a solo mission. He gets there first, and he's reaping the rewards. 5 for the win. Journey, peekaboo at the right time with 2 kills, and Heretics have forced themselves a game 5.
Of course they have. Of course they have here. Heretics, once more, pushing teams the distance. It didn't always come out on top. Obviously, last week, we saw Heretics, unfortunately, fall 3-1 to Envious. They fell 3-2 to E6, and again, 3-1 to 100 Thieves, but they have another bite of the cherry in Search and Destroy versus Elevate.
Well, here we go, friends. Our first match of the night. We're almost done. We've got a game 5 coming up next. Heretics versus Elevate. Can Heretics close the series out? Elevate, though, they've been playing so fantastically. They've had a great series so far. The exciting conclusion coming up next.
The Call of Duty World League is presented by PlayStation 4, the official platform of the CWL, Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the CWL, and Republic of Gamers, the official monitor of the CWL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League. It is time for our Game 5, our first out of 2 matches of the night, and we're going straight into a 5th. Well, Elevate versus Heretics, it has had a little bit of everything in this one, I must admit. Good, bad, and ugly. And I swear, Elevate's coach just says something about, like, shut down the Vamos. I read his lips, it was like, Vamos. Vamos. I don't know what else he could have been saying there, except for maybe Thanos. I don't know, but we didn't see any sort of snapping happening there. Here we go, friends, into a Game 5. I will say that if this series is anything to go by, Phil, I mean, round 11 in the last search, it was scenes from Heretics.
Yeah, it certainly was. One thing I will say as well, Elevate have won their last 2 out of 3 on Game 5. Could be wrong, it might be 1 out of 3. But they're being pushed to the end, but they're clutching up, they're winning the Game 5s. Flip side, Heretics, they get into the Game 5s and they're losing. You know, it's not great. You know, you look at the stats, not great for Heretics. However, you look at the first S&D and you're like, wow, Heretics were awesome until they threw it away.
It is a throw.
They were 5-2 up.
It's not good. It was Arsenal 5-2. Same could be said of the control, but anyway, we'll get there. They win the hard points. They turn the respawn woes around, but now we go back into search. And if anything for Heretics, I mean, they may have not had the best week of Pro League here in Division B, but what they can do is, I mean, this is all fantastic practice for old Anaheim. Coming just up around the corner, friends. Make sure you got your tickets. We'll see you there.
Got mine.
Okay, yeah, I know you've got yours, Phil.
Got it in the post this morning, actually.
Work here. It's very different.
Elevate, just to recap, they won Game 5 against Splice last week, and they also won against E6 in Game 5, so composure is key. Game 5, can they do it again? And they must know, right? You go into a search and destroy, and you're like, okay, Lucky's either going to be top window or somewhere just looking over B. It feels like they're kind of adjusting to that. They adjusted to it kind of quite quickly in well, a little bit towards the end, but they found it. Oh, just kind of pushing forward and taking down that sniper and pushing him back really did pay dividends.
Whaler has been the nemesis of Lucky so far when it comes to these snipes. On Arsenal, he was just always there. Couple of shots in, propping that flinch off. Lucky did get a couple of nice kills on him though, so he ain't afraid. Quick bit of a reshuffle now, perfect read. Number 3 is going to be hitting that flank soon though. If he's ambitious and eager enough, he could definitely be hitting Heretics now, but it is going to be putting Elevate at a slight disadvantage as they battle towards A, and Lucky's going to get it done. He's going to get the bomb just before it goes down. 3v3 now, the immediate trade. Whalers. What can he find? 20 seconds left. You're going to get these kills. There's the trade. Methods. He finds 1. It's a 2v2. But again, that number 3, Skies. Is he yet to the party too late? Last player left alive. He's going to maybe find something out of this, but they've got to stay alive for 10 seconds, maybe even get a kill. And at this point, it seems all but impossible. If he had been more decisive towards B, maybe it would have been okay.
Ooh, Journey.
Journey gets it done.
Only just last couple of bullets in the chamber there. But he does find the kill. And I think the one thing that kind of let them down, unfortunately, was Methods had an ICR, a very poor position towards Showers in the 3v3, and he just gets pushed. Sorry, not Methods, Whalers. And unfortunately for Elevate, does get shut down here. Once more, though, Heretics, they start strong. I want to go back to what I was saying, because action started to come in. I kind of got a little blindsided. When you go into S&D versus Heretics, you've got to take down Lucky. You know, that search and destroy kind of sniper, it's so dominant. You know, how do you do that? And it looks like Elevate on a previous search and destroy in this series, they got aggressive. They started pushing and did give him that opportunity. We'll see how they adapt to this one. They're not feeding him, and that's the main thing.
We stay top 18 with Lucky. 2 members of Heretics have made their way through mid now. They're actually completely going to outmaneuver Elevate here. Metals with a great kill there on Guy Ice Cream. That's Sky's out of the action. Lucky watching the flank. Number 6 still watching mid as well. And Metals once again just brave enough. He who dares wins. And right now, Profizi dares it. Uh-oh, that's annoying.
An over-challenge from Journey, I'd say. I don't think there's any need to kind of run in and slide and try and get that kill so quickly, but should work out for them. 1v3 now, all up to Profizi. We've seen him doing some disgusting stuff. Location has been revealed. Thermal picking him up there for the sniper, and Profizi, not sure what he's going to do here. He's not a player that usually likes to take his life, and maybe he's just looking to take one down with him. He's trying to find his way around. There he is.
Third time's a charm for Lucky. Hard situation to be in, though, for Profizi. You know, he's a Sorg player. He does manage to find himself a Maddox to try to make that engagement a little bit more manageable, but
yeah,
that deep defense, that long-range defense there on the bomb, being sort of led by the sniper of Lucky there does make that round look a lot easier there for Heretics. And Metals, this was the kill, the opening kill on Ice Cream, that great kill on Brezzy up top. Unfortunately, he stuns himself, but, you know, the damage has already been done. He has made the opening kills. He has made that hole in the armor bigger and bigger there for Elevate, and he makes him punished, and that's it. Solid round again from Heretics, but as to be expected, the opening sprint from Heretics is always good, but in the long run, in that marathon run, they tend to get a little bit tired.
Through the middle. Very, very different round here. Heretics, though, are going to suffer the consequences. Lucky's actually taken down straight away. This is a very fast plant. Number 9 trying to get the better of him, though. Journey actually wins the gunfight. He's going to challenge the player who plants it. Oh my goodness. Pinched, poked, and Journey takes him down. Comes down to another 3v3.
So Creep in from behind on the boxes. He possibly catches the player at 18. The guy at Sushi's done. Wow, Raze. Okay, Wheeler gets it. Like 18 is going to be in Ruiz now at 2v2. Incredibly crucial gunfight. Perfect trades now 1v1, and the reload was not on for Whalers. Metals gets it, and he's got just enough time to get across the map, get that defuse, and he's going to put himself 200 away from streaks.
That's the crucial thing. 5-kill streak and a defuse. I mean, Lightning and Hellstorm, great at certain positions when it comes to gridlock. You know, if you can get the bomb down at A, or whether you want to just cover it with a ping. And also, actually, not only does he find those final 2, but he finds one just before as well. And great help by his teammate. Of course, he gets taken down, but that reload was unfortunate from Whalers. I think the stim shot as well, everything was just going on.
It's tough timing. I mean, we've all been there where, you know, you're winning a gunfight of your own across the maps. 5v5, there's so many people to deal with. You know, Whalers does the best he can to even up the numbers, but then when you've got Metals up close and personal, fully stocked, with a fresh mag, full of bad boys, stim shot comes through and everything. 3-0 to Heretics, here we go. Brezzy lost, well, the lone defender of B. I don't think he saw anything. Heretics are playing this very slowly forward. Lucky watching mid with Snipe. There's a slight bit of movement, as you can see on that mini-map. 3 members of Elevate actually now jostling back towards B. Again, because it's quiet, they are anticipating that, but there is a indecision. You can see the arrows back and forth. They're just not sure. No one has been given away. Heretics have managed to get very close without being spotted whatsoever.
Look, he's in a tough position because he's got a sniper now. It's like, where does he go? And it looks like he's pushing through the middle, trying to pick one off. There is one top window, but he's trying to find one on the cross. That's going to be perfectly shot. And that is just going to open things up here. Now they have the decision to make. Do they push B? Do they push A? The answer is B. Brezzy.
Oh, Brezzy again!
The worst timing. Oh, you've got to be frustrated with watching that back. But now, cluster grenade goes up top. Concussion into Ice Cream. That's just going to cover things. It does connect. So the bomb's going to go down, and they can get themselves in a great post-pump position. If you think back to Arsenal, that's where they were best. When they had the bomb down, Metals revealing his whole body there. I'm not really sure about that one, but alive and kicking still. Time is ticking. 5v4. You're going to see a lot of players fall in the next 10 or 15 seconds here, Miles.
Metals is in a prime position to maybe get one. Great shot. Lightning strike at the ready. Not to be able to get the third, but hey, man, it's all good. Teams here. It's a 4v2, 4v1. Oh, Brezzy.
Oh, is he stuck?
He would be the last player left. He would. This round all fell to him. It was his watch. He was watching B. He was watching mid, and every chance he possibly had.
Bit of a sticky situation to be in, but 4-0 now for Heretics. They had the lead, obviously, in the Arsenal. They threw that away. The one thing I will say is, this is one thing they didn't want to happen. They didn't want to get Metals on streaks, and they just fed in those 2 kills. Fed is probably the wrong use of a word. They didn't really feed. They went out. He was the player in the right position at the right time. He put himself in that position there, and credit to Metals for that. Lightning strike is the one that he gets, and he could use it straight away. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a 5-stack from either team at A.
Oh man, we're all in for potentially the 5th round now for Heretics. The stuns are through, and Metals, the trade comes through. He and Profizi evenly matched by bullet by bullet. Method's in the available position to find a nice 2 there with his players, but you know what? The nades are going to come through in a 3v4, and the bomb's going to be still contesting towards A. Whalers watching the flank. 2 players now pushing forward, and Heretics think they're smarter than they really are right now. They were like, B, 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 B. There's no one there.
They're backing off. They're going to rotate. No, they were just lying down on the floor. Get back. Go. However, they do have the numbers, but they are going to be pushing through these close doors, and now they're in and amongst showers. They've all been spotted. Skies finds one. Should be traded. Should be traded! Skies! Oh, my goodness. Heretics started to throw things away on the previous search and destroy. Is it happening again? Skies... Oh my word, what have we just seen? That's got to be the best play, and hopefully we're going to get to see that again in a bit slower time, because that got a little hectic, Miles.
Unbelievable. What a 3-piece team shot. Timing was on. Right place, right time. Heretics again, if it goes a little different, and here we get to see it in slow motion. Now that was a slide and a half. 17 HP. Fantastic defense from Elevate.
And he got all 3 kills. I feel like there's a lot of team fire going down from the other side of showers. I feel like the players kind of flicked on between both players, both guys, and another one. But Heretics there, I feel a little unfortunate, but you will give the credit to Elevate. Nice positioning, well set up there. 4-1. Lightning Strike available. And again, with a Lightning Strike, you sometimes start to see, you know, players and teams go to A. Oh, finds one, finds 2.
Fantastic.
I was going to say go to A and try and get the bomb down with the Lightning, but a very different strategy for Heretics here.
He's dancing with this one. I mean, Lucky's been hitting shots all series long. Do you really want to poke it again? Yep, sure, no problem. Brezzy, nice job, my friend. 3-4 now. Heretics trying to find the kills from behind. Emery's once again one of the most formidable 1v1s there on Elevate. Metals can't get it done again.
The bomb did transition actually through A, through the spawn of Elevate. A huge 1v1 once again from Metals. He's been on point all map long. He's done another 3-kill streak. He's 12-3 right now. 3v2. They've got a challenge together, and this is what you heard some of the coaches talking about. Hot Mic, you almost count it down. When you start to push, you push together.
And they're not pushing together now, Phil. Here comes the play, number 2. That's going to be Emery's making his way back in. Skies now in the first. Oh, God. There it is. It's over. Emery's on his own. He's on his down. He's on his Todd, and he's done. There it is. Heretics. Could they close it out, Phil?
Oh, I think most definitely. I think the first search and destroy, yeah, I really do. The first search and destroy should have been 6-1, in my opinion. Credit to Elevate for the comeback. It was great. Fantastic to see. Makes it more exciting, by all means. Round 11 is way better than round 7. However, Heretics, again, they've been a better search and destroy team here. The position's been fantastic. I think they've utilized, again, the sniper, the positioning of each player.
And it helps the Metals got 13 kills.
Oh, he's been going off, and Sucre's going to be under a lot of pressure here, but he's going to stay alive, and that's the only thing that matters at that point.
This is great now. From Elevate to just try to mix this up immediately, a heavy A push, but you got to watch out. Lucky, he's going to be the difference maker right now with a cluster and that snipe up close. We've seen how dangerous it can be when you bring that snipe in towards A. Metals can't get it opened up. 2 kills go the way of Elevate. There's the 3rd from Skies. Brilliant stuff. Lucky. Now he and Methods have to answer back. Methods does. 4v2. 25 seconds left to get the defuse.
It's funny, we almost saw the sniper backing down. Lucky that was, and trying to get out of there. He's just going to try and take one down with him. Skies falls from Whalers. And 1 round goes in favor of Elevate. This reminds me of something. What happened in the first search and destroy, Mel?
No. It's not over yet. It was 5-2 when the comeback began.
What score is it?
Now it's 5-2. Where were you when the comeback began?
Surely not again. Surely this is Elevate's first loss. And surely this is Heretics' first win of this segment of the Pro League, shall we say.
It's so perfect, though, because Elevate are brilliant at closing out these Game 5s, and Heretics are so not. I mean, this is growth in COD form, friends.
Finding first blood, always key. Lucky for hunting for that first blood. Oh, hit marker. Does go through an 18-wheeler truck, so gets away with his life.
Reminiscent of what? Round, I think it was 5 or 6 when Heretics was so brilliant at just making their way in towards that B-bomb site without getting identified. But this time, Brezzy has managed to make at least a bit of a spot, and he's not letting those players get through again. Yeah, lucky. The jig's up, mate. Slight reshuffle, though. You've seen Skies. He's just fallen back straight away. He's going back towards A. Now they're hitting B. 30 seconds. You have to make something happen. Who's going to get the first blood? It's going to be going Sukri's way. He's going to make the charge now. Lucky, ICR in hand. Profizi. He doesn't die. Oh, he does. He goes down. So now it's a 2v4. Methods. Close it out here. 15 seconds. The bomb goes down. Ruiz, what a 1v1 that was. He doesn't manage to get any more out of it. Skies, it all comes down to him in a 1v2.
Bomb went down at A. It was almost a decoy. Number 8 was Medals, who sat back, got that bomb down, and now he's going to be teaming up with Lucky. It's a 2v1. He's checking that bomb every couple seconds. He has been spotted. He's got an ICR, not the best weapon. He's got a stun down his throat as well. Pushed, and Medals, of all people to close things out, it is him for Heretics. That must have been his 13th, 14th kill of the game. An absolute near-perfect performance from Heretics on the final search and destroy. And we see Elevate pick up their first L in the past 4 and the first W for Heretics.
Is this the turnaround for Heretics here in Division B? The last week of strictly Division B gameplay here in the Pro League. Have they managed to find that formula? Elevate, however, nothing to be sneezed at. They've had a fantastic run of things nonetheless. I mean, to be honest, I'm a little surprised Elevate didn't close it out a bit earlier. I'm surprised how they got bodied in the hard points, to be honest. I thought they'd be much stronger there, but you know what? It's great work from Heretics. They turned their hard point game around, they turned the respawns around, and search and destroys. They clutched up when they really needed to, but impressive stuff from both teams.
Yeah, and I think as well, let's don't forget, CWL Anaheim round the corner. We saw obviously Heretics. They had a great performance at London. They came into this week as, these past couple of weeks as a time to shine. They've been away back home, and they come back, they prove a point, but they come back with a 0-3 record the first week. They needed to step it up today, and they do. They pick up a big win today. They've got 3 more days ahead of them. Can Heretics just build upon that momentum?
Well, we can find out. Well, now it's time for our PlayStation Instant Reaction. Jess is on the main stage with Lucky.
Thank you, Miles. This looks like a whole new Heretics. What changed over the weekend?
We got to practice a little bit. Like the last week, we didn't get to practice as much as we would like. And that and the vibes, it was a good weekend for us because we like do things in group, watch bots as a team, and just get the vibes up. And that was the thing that the last week was low for us, so now it's good.
Good to hear. Looking at the first S&D, what happened? You kind of threw away such a great lead there.
It was the same thing as the game against 100T. We got them 5-1, and they just come back to 5-5, and this time was the same thing. We didn't know how to end them up. I mean, we need to watch that map again and make sure that we don't repeat those type of things, because it can kill us, literally.
So finally, how does this win make you feel as far as confidence and team vibes that you were mentioning?
I mean, I hope it really is the win that, rises our levels of confidence and vibes, and we can get again to the form that we were in the first weeks. So that's it.
All right, well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. Over to Katie and the desk.
Thank you so much, Jess. And Heretics getting a very much so needed win, ending their losing streak here in Division B. And you know what? We talked about it on the desk before. Nameless, you said it. It needed to be, it was an important week for Heretics. We needed to see them come out hot. And it was still game 5, but they got the win. And that's what matters, right?
I think the tone was set there on that first map, right? On frequency, hardpoint winning that one. And honestly, it should have been, they should have won by 110 points. Right here was a pivotal moment for me. So on that last Pipes Hill, they had initial control, and then Elevate break on in there. And with 20 seconds left, Heretics decide to hit that hill one more time. If they were to just rotate and use their Hellstorm to stop Elevate from getting into this first hill, they would have likely have won this map, probably 250 to 140, 150, and it would have just been an absolute dominant performance. But overall, that was a great map one out of them, and that really set the tone for the series, because we know Elevate has been fantastic on frequency.
I couldn't believe that they lost that first map. Pretty sure they outslayed them by 9 kills. Emery's had one of the best maps I've seen him play in the entire Pro League. He was 38 and 19. But it was just, obviously the SOG players just weren't playing up to par. We saw Perfeezy at the end, like just starting to step it up, picking up a couple triples with the grab slam and stuff like that. Breezy didn't really have a really good first map, but if you're out slaying by 9 kills, especially with the pressure that you are, especially on side of Elevate, it's just unacceptable to me, especially because you know your rotations and stuff like that.
So the scary part for me for Elevate is they came into a new week with an extremely difficult schedule, and they lost their first match while losing 2 respawns to a team that was not good at respawn. I believe they were 1-8 coming into this week. So to lose both hard points plus your best hard point, that frequency hard point, I was when that game started, I was a little bit upset. I'm like, why are they playing these guys on frequency? But then they came out and won it, and like shut me up. Elevate now is looking towards the rest of this week like, damn, bro. Like, bro, this week is gonna be extremely difficult for Elevate, and this is a win I think they really needed.
Yeah, and a good thing on the side of Heretics as well is he was talking about their team vibes and stuff, but individually, there's different players that stood up every single map. This game 3.
Watching that right there was absolutely mind-blowing to me. It's a 1v2 situation, like 15 seconds left. They're obviously on the point. I don't understand what his play was going after that, just pulling out, killing that trophy system and pulling out the war machine and just going immediately down. Didn't make any sense to me, and that's probably why he didn't have it going into this final rounds here.
I mean, he was just trying to shut it down, right?
Yeah, but if you're gonna do that, you gotta shoulder, get some information. He kind of just blindly shot his war machine into the room, hoping to win the round with
Well, do you think that's kind of like just the lingering specialist issues we've been talking about?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that you got to work on. You can't do that. Like, you got to just save it and for the safer, higher percentage play. Right here, Heretics actually made a mistake, right? Like, they had a 3-kill lead there, and there was 1.8 seconds left in the side, so they were like, let's just hit it, get him out of here, gain control, and close this out. But if you have that kill lead and it's going into the point inside a church, it's very hard to break. Keep that kill lead, hold the exits, get one more clean wipe of those guys, and that's something you can practice, right? That's something in a scrim you can go, hey, let's just give up this B point, let's wait for them to come out, get those kills, and you can practice that. What Heretics did was they decided to hit it in a play that you can't practice. It relies on crazy individual gun skill, which we see Heretics try to rely on sometimes, and it fails. And that's going to happen if you continue to make plays like that. You have to make higher percentage plays that you can practice in scrims and do in the actual match.
Now, Study, yes, Heretics did get this win. They definitely needed it, but it was a game 5 with Elevate. So are you concerned for them going up against stronger teams?
It's definitely just an improvement overall. They won 2 hard points. Last week, they went 1-8 in just overall all respawns. So the fact they went 2 hard points, we saw Lucky picking it up with the S&D, but Metals went absolutely off in that game 5. But one thing out of Lucky is like the risk that he was taking with that sniper rifle was just amazing. Like we were used to seeing him just jump on that 18-wheeler to snipe over that B site. But then one round, he decided to go up middle map and play that middle head glitch and just challenge. It's just a risk out of snipers, and that's definitely what put the edge over me for Heretics in that map.
And Metals.
Well, and they got
they played a pretty good series top to
yeah.
bottom. They should have won game 2. Like Lucky said, they need to figure out how to close out certain maps. But they were right there to win that game 2 and go up 2-0 against a team that is on a hot streak, right? And yeah, you can argue that they should have won game 3 as well. So Heretics is looking pretty good going forward. Whether or not they can keep up this consistency is the problem with them.
Yeah, I mean, for that series, the way I look at it is the mistakes Heretics made were like clear-cut mistakes that you can go back and just go, don't do this. Like, don't hit it with 1.8 seconds left, right? Like, let's not challenge when we have numbers. Let's not snipe from this angle. Like, it's just clear-cut mistakes they can go back, watch and film, and fix. So I think Heretics are in a pretty decent spot right now. If they just keep on doing what they're doing, keep these rolls, I think they'll be okay.
All right, let's pull up our schedule. We do have one more series left for you today. You can see it, that rematch, 100 Thieves versus EU United. Again, if you missed it, if you're just tuning in, Heretics got their first win of these 2 weeks of Division B. Of course, very, very important for them, taking it 3-2, going all the way to that game 5 against Elevate. But again, we've got a lot more Call of Duty for the day, and it's going to be a very, very big rematch. You won't want to miss it, because when we come back in just a couple minutes, we are going to be talking about 100 Thieves versus EU United.